Greetings everyone, I'll be presenting the 2013 to 2015 outbreak of H7N9 in China. H7N9 human infection is a serious and atypical respiratory infection caused by the H7N9 virus or the avian influenza A virus. From 2013 to 2015, H7N9 caused 3 outbreaks in China, and since then, there have been 1,562 confirmed cases of H7N9 human infections, and all of these 3 outbreaks cause a tremendous economic damage through the poultry industry of China, which amounted to $1.24 billion. The epidemiology of H7N9, basically H7N9 human infection is caused by the H7N9 influenza virus, and this virus is transmitted through direct contact and indirect contact, which means people who process and sell poultry products are at high risk for this infection, and those who are advanced in age, immunosuppressed, and are pregnant are highly susceptible to the H7N9 virus. And since H7N9 resembles H5N1 in terms of clinical presentation, PCR laboratory testing is needed to differentiate between infections due to either H5N1 or H7N9. The prevalence of H7N9 in China from 2013 to 2015, we can see that in waves 2, 3, and 4, all these 3 waves are short in duration, which tells us that this is a point source epidemic. And again, we can see that for wave 2 and wave 4, they're short in duration by looking at the year and week of onset of symptoms. Similarly to wave 3, it's also shortened compared to common source epidemics. And the distribution and location of this infection, we can see that the main affected are the regions of China, that's Jiangsu and Zhejiang, and other countries like Taiwan, Malaysia, and Canada were slightly affected by the H7N9 outbreak. And the environment that facilitated transmission of H7N9 to human hosts were mainly the markets and the farms that involve direct handling and processing of poultry products. This leads us to the possible risk factors for H7N9. So individuals who are malnourished, of course, will have a weakened immune system and would not be able to sufficiently combat an H7N9 infection. Climate change has a contribution to the pathogenicity of the H7N9 virus. And lastly, lacking proper sanitation would mean that areas that handle poultry that are possibly tainted by H7N9 would be the environmental reservoirs for this virus. And what could have been done to prevent or minimize damages caused in the 2013, 2014, 2015 H7N9 outbreaks would be increased surveillance and monitoring of the H7N9 incidence and prevalence in China, creation of a public health law that strictly enforces the sanitation guidance in processing and selling poultry products, the promotion of new H7N9 prevention policies from the World Health Organization, and lastly, the use of preparedness exercises to test and increase the outbreak response capacity of the local health departments in China. Thank you for listening to my presentation and have a good day.